We did CPR for over 40 minutes, and he lived. A teenage girl came in after texting goodbye. A man walked into the ER with a heart attack and did not know it. The quietest patient I ever treated almost did not survive. These are 10 ER stories I will never forget, not because they were loud, because they changed how I see every patient. The first was a man with what he called a little chest pressure. He looked calm, he looked stable, the EKG said otherwise. He was having a massive heart attack. Minutes later, he turned pale, crashed into ventricular fibrillation, and needed shocks before rhythm returned. He survived, and the lesson was permanent. Sometimes the sickest person in the room is the quietest one. Then came the woman everyone thought was having anxiety. She was shaking and breathing fast, but one arm drifted when she closed her eyes. Her smile was uneven. The scan showed an early stroke. She got treatment in time and walked out days later, almost untouched. Next was a young woman with mild pain and normal vitals. It looked small. Like an iceberg, the danger was below the surface. Ultrasound found free fluid and no pregnancy in the uterus. Then her pressure dropped. She went straight to surgery for a ruptured ectopic pregnancy. Another man came in, smelling of alcohol and barely responsive. Everyone assumed he was drunk, until the unequal pupils told a different story. The CT showed a massive brain bleed. The room changed instantly. Neurosurgery was on the way before the scan was even cold. Then there was the farmer who walked in holding his shirt closed. He had fallen onto a nail gun, and the nail was in his chest. Raya, the scan showed it stopped millimeters from his heart. Millimeters. Surgery removed it safely, and that image stayed with us for years. By then, I thought I had seen everything. Then a baby came in who would not cry. That silence was the warning. His parents said he had been too still all evening. Labs came back fast. Sepsis. We moved with IV lines, antibiotics, and fluids. Another night, a teenage girl arrived after texting her friends goodbye. She had taken pills and barely spoke as her parents stood beside her. The lab showed a massive acetaminophen overdose. We treated fast, then waited through 2 long days not knowing whether her liver would hold. She survived. Weeks later, her mother sent a note to thank the staff. Some cases stay with you because they almost end before adulthood begins. Then came a man with a knife still in his body. He was calm and talking until he moved the towel and showed us the handle. The scan showed the blade missed every major organ and vessel. Surgery took it out safely. Trauma can look impossible and still spare you, but nothing compares to the code that should not have worked. He arrived pulseless, asystole. CPR never stopped. 20 minutes passed, then 30. Someone quietly asked how long we continue, and we kept going anyway. Just over 40 minutes in, during a pulse check, someone said one word. Wait, there was a rhythm. Weeks later, he walked out of the hospital. Cases like that remind you, medicine is science, but survival can still feel like mystery. And the last story was the quietest of all. A critically ill woman arrived with family close behind, and every treatment bought less and less time. We spoke honestly about what aggressive care would mean. After a long pause, her daughter said she would not want that. We shifted to comfort. She passed peacefully with her family, holding her hands. Some ER stories are loud, and some are almost silent. People think the ER is chaos and adrenaline, but the moments you remember most are usually quieter than that. They are about instinct, timing, families, and the fragile line between ordinary and life-changing. That is why none of us ever forget them. If you want more real medical stories like this, subscribe and tell me which case hit you hardest.